Hello, it's Miss Toy. It is the first day of spring. Are you feeling the spring vibe? Well, I hope so. I hope my joy, my smile, and my positivity touches your household today. Look, any day is a great day to get set free, and I haven't done a live in a few days. I've been consumed with everything that's going on with taxes and the changes and dealing with credit. So I want to come to you very quickly because I know you all have things to do, and so do I. But I want to make sure that you have this information to share regarding the stimulus. A lot of people are wondering, where is my stimulus check? What is going on? I'll first start off with Social Security. Get your questions together because I'm going to come on down your row, okay? So in dealing with Social Security, I haven't heard of anybody on Social Security who has received their stimulus check, okay, or any stimulus funds directly deposited to their card if they have it going to a card. So I want to let you all know that if you have any type of Social Security benefits, railroad retirement, or veteran benefits, that there is nothing that you need to do in order to qualify for the stimulus. There are a lot of scams out there. Some people are calling others, asking for them to verify their socials and give them their direct deposit or routing an account number in order to get the stimulus. And I'm letting you know that there is nothing that you need to do. If somebody is calling you to verify your social and all these things, remember, the IRS or any federal government entity that is dealing with the stimulus is not going to call you or even email you regarding you completing some type of information in those different ways, by email or phone. Matter of fact, there is no application or anything like that you need to do to get this $1,400 stimulus. Okay, so the other thing that I want to let you know, that there's a lot of people missing the fact that if you don't have Social Security benefits, you have not filed your taxes in years. Let's see. Those are the major two things. If you haven't filed your taxes in years, you receive no income, you will need to file a non-filer's return. Once again, a non-filer's return. It doesn't matter if you haven't had any income, okay? The IRS is not going to see you in the system to pay you a $1,400 stimulus check if you're not in the system. Okay, so if you need a non-filer's return done, please let me know. Contact me at setfreetaxpro.com or send me a text and I'll send you a quick link on how you can get your non-filer's return done. And that number is 562-646-6185. Make sure you share this with someone because there have been many phone calls, texts, and inbox messages regarding this particular thing. So I want to make sure that you all know, once again, if you're on Social Security, any type of Social Security, railroad, retirement, or receive veteran benefits, that there is nothing that you need to do for the $1,400 stimulus. So the next question is, okay, when will I receive the stimulus if I fall into that category? Unfortunately, the IRS hasn't set any type of timeline or any updated information. They've gotten out about 90 million stimulus payments so far. 150,000 of those have been mail checks or debit cards. The other thing that I want to touch on is the fact that some people think that the debit card that they may have received their old stimulus, the $1,200 or the $600 stimulus, that card that the IRS may have sent to you, that the $1,400 stimulus is going to come on that card. No, it's not. The IRS is going to send you a new stimulus card with the uploaded $1,400. Another issue is that, yes, creditors, collection agencies, the ones who prey on you at inopportune times to levy your bank accounts, to attach your tax refund, any of those little critters that catch you off guard and get your money unexpectedly. Well, unfortunately, once again, due to the way that this $1,400 stimulus was voted upon, reconciliation is what it's called, the legislation wasn't able to block creditors, collection agencies from taking your stimulus. So some people are wondering where their stimulus is, and unfortunately, it has been intercepted by a creditor. Okay, they are trying to change this. As of Wednesday, legislation was presented to change this, so creditors will not be able to take your $1,400 stimulus. So we kind of just have to stay tuned as to what they end up voting on, if they can change that, and if a creditor has taken your $1,400 stimulus, if you'll be able to get it back based upon the change of the legislation. When will they vote? I don't know at this time, but I want to let people know that something is on the way to be done about this. Another question was asked, well, is this just for creditors or collection agencies that levy your bank account, or if they have attached a refund? So once again, it's both situations that the creditor and collection agencies can come and intercept your stimulus. So if you have any issues, with creditors, collection agencies, I urge you to go to setfreecreditrepair.com. I'll be able to assist you, help that these things don't happen to you in the future. If you if you're able to secure credit services in order to restore your credit and get rid of these creepy crawlers from trying to collect from you from old debt. Some people are getting their stimulus taken for debt that they don't even know of, debt that doesn't even show up on their credit. Is it legal? No. But unfortunately, most people don't know the laws and everything like that, and they need someone like me to help. So go to setfreecreditrepair.com. So in the future, situations like this don't happen. There are a lot of loopholes that, collection agencies and other creditors are able to go through. But once again, the average person who doesn't have knowledge regarding the credit laws, they end up getting over on people. So I don't want that to continue to happen to you. So once again, over 14 years of experience dealing with credit, I'll be happy to assist you too. Setfreecreditrepair.com. So back to taxes. I want to let you know that another issue that is going on with the stimulus that has ruffled a lot of feathers and irked a lot of people, which we don't understand, is that some people have filed their 2020 taxes in order to update their stimulus information with their new address, with their new direct deposit information, or even their new dependent. Okay, so in that situation, that's what they have told us to do. File your 2020 so you can go ahead and update that information. Well, because the IRS has been slow, backlogged, overwhelmed with not only handling the regular tax season, they're dealing with stimulus payments. And then on top of that, because of the new legislation regarding paying out the child tax credit in advance from 2021, which is supposed to begin in July, the IRS isn't fully focused on taxes. So since they're not fully focused on taxes, unfortunately, some people who have filed their 2020 taxes has not been processed. So if your 2020 taxes has not been processed, and then the IRS stimulus department goes ahead and issues your stimulus funds, the $1,400, then that means that they went off your 2019 taxes. So we still have issues where people's $1,400 has been sent to their old address or sent to old bank accounts and then kicked back to the IRS for only them to try to reroute it again. So I want to let you know that there is a remedy coming up for that. Now, when you go to the IRS payment tools, which I will post in this feed, if you go there and it says needs more information, it may say that and be blank for a while, but keep checking back, because if they have tried to issue payment by direct deposit or an address and it's kicked back, When it says needs information, it's going to update and allow you to enter your new direct deposit information. So that's good news, okay? So it's coming when you'll be able to update that information. So stay tuned, and you can keep checking the My Payment tool daily. I think if you do it more than 3 times, it'll block you out for the day. But I want to let you know that they update generally in the mornings. The other thing is, let's see, we talked about the IRS interception. For example, when it comes to, I just want to backtrack a little bit. Okay, so when it comes to the $1,400 stimulus, I want to let you all know that the IRS cannot take your $1,400 stimulus at all. Child support cannot take your $1,400 stimulus in this case. Now, the former stimulus payments of the $600 and the $1,200, yes, the IRS was able to send that to child support services in order for them to apply it to whatever account that they have, and send that to the custodial parent. Once again, $1,400 stimulus goes to the non-custodial parent, so will not be applied to child support. So if you have a creditor or collection agency that has asked the IRS through their Fiscal Management Services to intercept your stimulus or your tax refund, you are able to check in this system. And the system is online at www.fms.treas.gov. The phone number is 1-888-826-3127. I'm going to put that in the feed. That system updates on the daily basis. Okay, so just because you may not have a debt in the system today, it doesn't mean that tomorrow that there's not a new debt or some new order. So it's kind of tedious, but you would have to continue to check that information to see if you're up for interception. The other thing is dealing with these stimulus payments. Some people have gotten partial payments. So if you should have gotten $3,000 and you, for some reason, they only gave you $1,500, they're doubling on back around. Some people have said it's been about a week or so, then the IRS has put the second amount in. Why is that happening? We don't know, other than, there's been a lot of mistakes once again because the IRS is overwhelmed. I want to let you all know that May 15th is the new tax deadline for anyone not associated with the Texas disaster. Okay, so if you're a Texan, your taxes is due July the 15th. Also for Texans, the IRS has a disaster line available for you. Did you know that if you're a victim of the disaster, that you will be able to ask for your tax refund to be expedited? And in some cases, if you're having a true, very, very hardship, you have to prove it, honey. You already know the IRS can tap into your bank account and really see what's going on. So you have to make sure that you really are having a hardship, but the IRS can give you a loan. Did you know that? Most people didn't, but the IRS, yes, can give you a loan. So if you have some type of disaster or having a major hardship, call the IRS at 1-866-562-5227. Remember, in between, make sure you're sharing this with a friend because there is a lot of good information that people need to know about the stimulus. Where is your stimulus? What's going on? And what do you need to do? I want to let people know also the child tax credit. People have asked if they need to do an amendment for their 2020 taxes based upon this child tax credit. I want to let you know, absolutely not. The child tax credit that the administration has said that they're going to start releasing in July, which is a tentative date because once again, we know the IRS is completely overwhelmed, but hopefully they start these payments in July. This is in advance on your 2021 taxes, okay? So there is nothing that you need to do. Now, anybody who has been on unemployment needs to listen up. Remember to share it with a friend because they need to hear this, okay? If you have already filed your taxes and you received unemployment benefits of $10,000 or more, the administration has decreased the amount of unemployment that will be taxable in the amount of $10,200. That has made a huge difference, not only to my clients' tax returns, but it will for you too, whether you filed your taxes yourself or with another tax professional. I've had people who have done self-returns and they've needed my help in order to do those amendments. If you need an amendment, I will assist you. Go to setfreetaxpro.com or text me at 562-646-6185 in order to get a link on how to amend your taxes to get the refund that is due to you. Remember, the additional refund that is due to you, or lower the taxes that you are owed. In a few situations, I had a single person who ended up getting almost an extra $1,000 because $10,200 was taken off as taxable on the tax return. I've had couples and head of household clients who ended up getting over $2,000 more of a refund. The IRS hasn't exactly figured out how they're going to either handle all these amendments or if they're going to just automatically start sending people out refunds. So it's up to you if you either want to wait on the IRS to figure out if they're just going to send these additional refunds out because of the new unemployment tax law, or if you want to go ahead and do an amendment. Amendment is always a sure thing because they have to process it at some certain point, and at least you know that your additional funds are on the way, right? So once again, if you need assistance with that amendment, let me know. So, hey, checks are coming. I have addressed most of the issues regarding the questions that I have received this week. I want to let you know if you need to do your business taxes, nonprofit taxes. Some people sometimes set up nonprofits and they forget that nonprofits do need to do their taxes. You may be tax exempt, but you're not tax exempt from, you're not excluded from doing your taxes. So if you need me to assist you with that, once again, go to setfreetaxpro.com. If you're looking to set up an LLC, corporation, or nonprofit, go to that link as well, Set Free Tax Pro, and I'll be able to assist you. If you have any further questions regarding anything that I spoke about regarding the stimulus, you are welcome to inbox those questions, as I know some situations are a little bit more complicated than others. I'm going to go through the questions here to see what you all are asking. Thank you so much for taking time to watch the video. And yes, Brian, if the creditors violate privacy laws, you can sue them for $1,000. If anybody wants information regarding that, I can let you know. Remember, if you have credit issues, go to setfreecreditrepair.com if you need any guidance. Feel free to let me know and I'll be able to assist. Tanya, yes, the IRS says not to file amendments if you receive unemployment until they come up with a plan. Yes, that's what they've said. Once again, that's what they've said, but they don't have a plan. They don't have a plan. They don't have a plan. In between, they don't have a plan, and you need your money. We do know that when it comes to an amendment, that it means that a change is made and they got to process that paperwork. So, like I said, I leave it up to the client. Either you wait on the IRS to figure out what they're going to do, or either you go ahead and file an amendment. The thing is that amendments are now e-file. So it makes an amendment easier to pass on through. Okay, and I do know that they are still processing amendments because I had some clients get some funds. Let's see this week. Let's see. Demetrius, you are welcome. It's always a pleasure to assist and give information. I continue to enjoy being a source of information. So if there's any question that you have that even I may not know right off top, I'll be happy to research and get right back to you. So remember, checks are in process, direct deposits are in process, and that brings me to life. Remember the good, the bad, the ugly. You are in process. You are in process on your way to your promise. So no matter what the situation is, keep moving forward and know that whatever your dreams are, whatever your aspirations are, they are still alive. You still can work towards them every day. And that's what I push my clients to do. So if you have any questions regarding business, you need some life coaching, you need a little kick in the butt to help you get to your next level, I am here. Join me on Instagram, Miss Set Free. Join the Set Free Tax and Professional Services business page. On that page, I share updated news links, other information that you may need to know in between me going live. You can follow me right here on Facebook. I'm sorry, my friends list is full, but feel free to follow me. I'm sending blessings, love, positive energy. I hope you can feel it. And much love goes to all of you. So remember that any day is a great day to get set free. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless.